Brenda Quintana coming to you from the Beehive at QBsQuest.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this pretty ornament box using the Carols of Christmas stamp set that became available this week and the window box thinlits. This box is so cute. I love the greeting Deck the Halls from the Carols of Christmas stamp set. So I think this would be the perfect box to gift an ornament in. When you open this up, there's a nice big space for you to put any type of ornament inside. And then when you close it up, I have stamped the poinsettia with the leaves on all 6 sides, and I've used some of the Boxwood Wreath embellishments to create a big wreath for the front of this box. I think this will be a really cool project, so let me show you how to make it. We're going to start off by doing some stamping, so you're going to need a 3.5-inch square of Whisper White cardstock, and you're going to need your real red ink pad. I've got the Deck the Halls greeting already mounted on a D block, and I'm just going to tap this on my ink pad, and then I'm going to stamp it in the center of the square like that. Then you're going to need your Big Shot, and I'm going to use my magnetic platform. I already have a cutting plate sitting on top of there, and first let's cut out the Deck the Halls greeting. We're going to use the layering circles framelits, and they come with both scallop circles and smooth circles. I'm going to use the largest smooth circle. I'm just going to position it around my greeting, and then I'm going to put my second cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run this through. And here's the greeting all cut out for the top of the box. Next, we're going to cut out the window box. So I've got 2 half sheets of lemon lime twist cardstock. So I took a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I cut it in half at the 5.5-inch mark. And now I'll just put one of the sheets on my platform. And I'm going to take the window box die, which is this one right here. And I'm going to put this down at the bottom corner, and when you position it on here, you're going to notice that the edge of this is just going to hang off the tiniest little bit, but this will allow you to get 2 boxes out of 1 sheet of cardstock, and it won't make a difference to the box at all. So let me put my second cutting plate on top, and then we can run this through. And here's the piece that it creates. Now you'll just need to run this through one more time with the other half sheet of cardstock. Now we just need to cut out one more thing. I'm going to use this little tab edge to create a hanging banner off of the front of the window box. And I'm going to need a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. So I'll just put that right on top of my cherry cobbler cardstock. And we're going to run this through the Big Shot to create that hanging banner tab. So when this comes out, you'll see that you're going to need to actually cut it out a little bit more. We'll do that in a second, but you can see that it's embossed and it has created this banner at the bottom. Here are the 2 window box pieces that we cut out, and I want to do some stamping on them. When you're stamping and assembling this box, you need to pay attention to a couple of things. So I actually created myself a little template that I can use in the future too. So I've got the top and the bottom of the box. So when you're assembling this, you're going to want to orient your pieces like this. So here will be the top of the box, and this will be the bottom of the box. Notice that if I'm stamping or cutting anything onto the side, that my arrows are pointing where the up will be for the top of the box, and they are pointing in a different direction for the bottom of the box, because if I had them the same way, these would be pointing down. So I'm going to orient my pieces like this. The highlighted areas are the areas that I'm going to put tear and tape on. The black out areas are pieces that I'm going to cut away from the box. And where it says no, that means I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to put tear and tape on it, and I'm not going to cut it away. So I'm going to do the same thing for my two pieces like this. And I'm going to orient them like this, and I'm going to follow the patterns that I have created right here. So next we're going to need the Real Red ink pad again. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to use my little poinsettia stamp. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to stamp it on all 6 of the sides of the window box. So I'm just going to ink and stamp and ink and stamp. I've stamped them in all 3 of the side boxes, and then I'm going to do the same for these. Just stamp it right in the middle of each of those. Then I'm going to take my Tranquil Tide ink pad. It's a really pretty green, and I'm going to use this stamp, which is just little leaves. Now I'm going to stamp the leaves towards the bottom, so just keep in mind that everything right now is facing up. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to aim my leaves around one of the petals, coming around, and I'm just kind of aiming the petals around the leaves like that, near the bottom, like that. Now let's cut off these tabs right here that I've blacked out. We don't need the second set of tabs because we'll only need one set of tabs when we're assembling that box. So now let's add some tear and tape to the tabs, and please be really careful to follow the diagram because it's really easy to get messed up. So let's start with the bottom right here, and it says no and no up top here, so we're not going to do those, but we're going to do these 2 side tabs. So let's go ahead and do those. And I'm just going to run it along there, and I'm actually going to cut this because it's kind of hard to tear it perfectly. Now I have all the tear and tape pieces placed, so I can move these diagrams out of the way. And now let's fold both of these along all the score lines. Okay. So this piece right here is going to be the top of the box, and this one's going to be the bottom. So the first thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to attach the 2 pieces together. So this one is the bottom of the box, and so we're going to take this piece that's right here, and we're going to remove the tear and tape from that piece, and we're going to attach both of these together right here. So I'm going to take this piece and line it up with the edge, like that. So now these 2 pieces are stuck together. So this will be the top of the box, and notice how the leaves are coming down. So I'm going to take these next 2 pieces of tear and tape off of what will be the top piece of the box. Let's just remove both of those liners, and then we can come along and add this right along the edge of the box, and then I'm going to do the same thing, add this tab right along the edge of the box. I'm going to bend the lid back for now so it'll be easier to see and easier for me to put everything in. So then let's get ready to do this side piece right here. So I'm going to remove the liners right here and here. And I'm going to do the same and remove the liners from the other side. That way it will be easier for me to stick them together once I get to them. So let me bring in this bottom and side piece at the same time. So we're going to bring this in on the bottom. And we're also going to bring this in at the side, kind of at the same time. You want to make sure everything lines up nicely though with the edge of the box, like that. And the same for this one. You're bringing in the side, but you're also bringing in the edge of the box. And you're going to make sure that everything lines up really nicely, like that. Then these two little tabs right here are kind of bent so that they're flat with what will be the lid of the box when it's closed. Then all of these tabs on the lid tuck in to the top of the box to create the little closure, like that. So I just want to add one little thing to the poinsettia down here. I want to take some Rhinestone Jewels and add one to the center of each of those poinsettias. So I'll take my paper piercing tool and I'll just lift them off from the sheet and add them all the way around. And there you go. Just a little bit of bling for my little poinsettias. Now I need to find where the front of the box is, and that is right here. So I'm going to have the front of the box facing towards me, and now I'm going to take my Deck the Halls piece and some Tombow multi-purpose glue. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this piece, and I'm going to center it on the top of the box, like that. Then remember this little cherry cobbler piece? It's got this little banner cut at the bottom, and then you can barely see the score lines. I'm going to cut along the score lines, and there's one score line at the back right here, and I'm going to cut along it, and then I'm going to come along and cut along the score lines like that. And then you're left with this little piece right here, and it has a little bend right here, and I'm going to glue that right here to the front of my box. So let me just put a little bit of Tombow on that little tab, and then I'm just going to lift up my circle and slide it under there, like that. Now we want to add the wreath to the top of this box. So I'm going to take these Boxwood Wreath embellishments and open up my box, and I'm going to need 2 of these smaller pieces like that, and I'm going to pull them apart. So I need to find the end, and then I just need to unravel them. Like that. And then I need to unravel this piece too. So it's going to take 2 of these to create my wreath. So I'm just going to kind of stretch them out and shape them. There's a wire inside that will allow you to shape it so that it fits around the circle like this. So you want to make sure that it holds the correct shape before you start with your hot glue gun. So I'm going to set these little pieces aside, and I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun. So here I've got my glue gun, and it's already hot and ready to go. So I'm going to add hot glue on half of the circle right along the edge. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's get it started. Okay, that's a lot of hot glue. You might be better at hot gluing than I am, but I'm just going to take this and going to kind of smoosh it out the end like that. And then I'm going to do the same for the other side Let's see if I can do a better job this time. I'm going to go slower and just add it right to the edge like that. And then I'm going to add this piece over top and stick it down like that. And so I just want to add one more thing to the front of my box, and that's this little bow made with some cherry cobbler double stitched ribbon. And I'm just going to add it to the front of my little banner piece like that. So since I have my hot glue gun out, I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue right there. And then I can add my bow right to the front, right underneath my wreath. Isn't that cute? And so there you go. You've got a really pretty ornament box that is perfect for giving an ornament at Christmas. All the supplies you'll need to make this fun ornament box are available for purchase on my blog. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now. If you like this tutorial, be sure to check out all the free with purchase tutorials available on my blog. The Hershey's Nugget gift tutorial is just one of the exclusive tutorials that you can choose free with a minimum purchase in my Stampin' Up! Store. Hi, it's Brenda again. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also visit my blog for more information on my projects and to learn about my rewards program, or just watch another one of my videos. Thanks for watching.